I'm Titus, and just right now we are going to look at another module, which is customer care. Now, in most cases, some of these women actually will even be surprised the moment you start talking about certain things they've been doing like wrong. I mean, like each one of them, they've done small businesses in their communities. Either they failed for some reasons, or some of them were successful. But sometimes, somehow, they really get touched. So, of course, like you kind of translate the word customer care into the language that they actually understand. So then you ask them, what does that really mean to you? Customer care, what does it mean? Yeah. Then, of course, like they will tell you several things and many other things. And please don't. Sometimes it's not advisable to point out fingers. If, let's say, a lady stood up and said an answer that to you appears very wrong, and then you're like, hey, that is the wrong answer. No. You rate them on the flip chart, and then after that, you tell them all your answers actually are good, but we have to concentrate on this definition for customer care. Then you tell them what customer care means. So after that, but you really have to tell them, because they are going to run businesses and they'll be the one operating them. So you kind of ask them if they, because in most cases you have household expenses. At least every person has household expenses in their homes. So then you kind of ask them if they want to buy, if they went to buy something from a shop or from somebody else, what are the reasons as to why they actually go to that other person and not any other person? They'll tell you several reasons. Of course, some of them will be like, that woman is very caring, the way she looks at you, the way she gets stuff to you, and you feel, sometimes they will be like, you actually go to the shop and you really feel you're welcome. Even when she tells you a price that seems abnormal, sometimes you're even forced to not even try out other places, So, of course, like, they will have reasons as to why they buy, things from another person and not from anybody else. And then you kind of take them the stages that normal people go through when they're making a purchase. And of course, like, there are about 5. Of course, like, if you go to buy something from the shop or wherever, you become aware of a need. And then after identifying the need for what you want, then you look for information about the need that you really want to satisfy. Then, of course, you evaluate options, to find out which one actually will offer the best, the best product for your need. Then, after evaluation of the option, they will actually go ahead and buy the preferred option. And then, at the end of the day, they'll kind of ask themselves, is what I bought really going to make a difference? So you take them through these stages, and like, even them, they go through some of these stages, but they actually do it unaware. I mean, not only them, but even me sometimes. I mean, you just go buy something, and at the end of the day, when you come back to the book and you're reading these things, there's the same things that you actually go through. Then you let them give you reasons. Of course, like, I'm assuming they've already given you reasons as to why they buy from a specific customer and not anybody else. Yet maybe they're buying from a place where people are running almost the same businesses time and again. So after them, of course, they will tell you the reason as to why they buy from whoever they buy from. And then you kind of now bring the class back and you give reasons as to why people might actually end up buying from them. One, maybe they like and trust this person, you know. I mean, someone, of course, like comes to buy from you because they like you, they trust you. They trust you because you offer good services or you have the products that actually meet their needs. In terms of quality, it's a super quality, so they actually trust you. And then they understand what they're buying, you know. Maybe you've taken time to like kind of talk to them about your product, and now that they have the details of your product, then they know what they're buying. It's different if they actually went to buy from somebody else and that person like just didn't give them attention, didn't explain to them what type of product they're buying and how it can actually suit their, satisfy their needs. Maybe, if it's a company, but of course like you, the person who actually is selling, maybe they feel positive about you, you know, all that. So you have to tell them, you have to make sure that these people actually know the reasons as to why people come and buy from them, such that they actually strengthen on them, on search for other people to come and continue buying from them. And then another thing could be like maybe they actually perceive value in your product that you actually offer them. Now, there is a general concern here. Sometimes you might have a woman who has a retail shop. Yeah. Now, that woman has not actually studied the nature of her customers. The thing is, she has the right product, her customers feel good about her, everything. You know, they trust her, but imagine a situation where you go, you want to really buy something and you just want to buy it from this specific person. And then you find the retail shop closed. You know, maybe you do it for about 2 days or 3 days, or even like, so there's a possibility that somebody will actually move out from you to go and inquire for the same product from this other person. So it's important that the participants actually learn the nature of their customers. If they opened up the shop early in the morning, at what point do they experience a big inflow of customers to the shop? Such that if there was an emergency, let's say, you leave somebody else in the shop and then you, the person who actually is running the business, go and attend to the shop. That's why we actually advise that whoever runs a small business must have one member from the community, from the family, that she must train into this business, such that if she's not around, then this other person can actually take care of the business. Like the other day during the training, I was telling the women that many times when you're going to do something wrong, you know it's really bad. Your conscience tells you it's bad. Now at the end of the day, you find yourself in your room, you're kneeling down, you're praying to God for forgiveness. It's the same thing. You have your business. Now business is just a word, but let's assume it's a name of a person that you actually don't see. Just like you have God and we've never seen him, but every time we do something wrong, we actually go back and repent. So the same thing should be like to the business. You have that person called business, is very, very invisible, but he's there, he's watching. So anytime you actually do harm to the business, that guy is there looking at you and is crying. So imagine a situation where you're going to go away, you've not left nobody in the shop or to attend to your business, and that is the time that you experience the biggest inflow of customers. And they find the business closed. Now, that guy called the business will actually stay there. And immediately he starts seeing the customers going away, he will start crying. Just imagine he's actually crying and he's like, oh God, I've entrusted you with all my resources and now you've left me here. People are running away from me. So you just have to really learn the nature of your customers. And then, if you have a product that actually customers want so much, you have to make sure that its supply actually is consistent. It's always on your stall or in the retail shop. They have to know that, because imagine a situation where a customer comes to buy product A, and for 2 days he or she doesn't find it there. He will actually be forced to go to another person, and then you will actually lose out. So you have to make sure there is that consistency of your product. Immediately, it's just like showing the indicators that it's just about to get finished. You restock the business such that people don't run away from you because the product is actually run out of stock. And then, of course, it has to cost less, and many other things that we actually can look at if we are looking at reasons as to why people might end up buying our product. However, it's very, very important because customer care is actually the pillar for the success of the business. This is a very, very, very critical area that you actually have to emphasize. Because if there are no people to buy from you, then the business is gone. So you have to be, the trainer, you have to make participants aware that it's very, very important to treat your customer with respect, with honesty. You have to be trustworthy, and you have to you have to be accommodative of positive criticism. If someone comes and tells you something, like maybe they bought product A and it didn't really satisfy their need, please don't open up a quarrel. Tell them, take it and let it help you to take your product, to get the right product that your customers need. And for that, I think we will sum up this by saying emphasis should be that participants, first of all, become aware of the needs of their customers. Then there has to be that consistency of the products. And then the participants have to know that if someone comes to buy from you, there is actually a reason as to why that person comes to buy from you. Receive them. They have to receive customers with a smile. They have to greet them, and after buying their product, they say bye-bye. Those are very, very, very crucial things that actually can help somebody come back again to buy something from you. Thanks for watching.